Well, that was an exciting time. When I came back, it was essentially a time when there was a fair amount of national money put into a program called the Regional Medical Program. And at that time, Dr. Ralph Plateau, who was the medical director of Kapiolani Children's Hospital, recognized that there was a great opportunity for the Kapiolani Children's Hospital to become a center for pulmonary or respiratory problems in children, which is not particularly surgical. It's a physiological problem that newborns have, that most of their problems are due to small and limited respiratory capacity. And so within the pulmonary, the regional medical program was a directive to support, I think it was respiratory care. So we used the word respiratory, massaged it into pulmonary, which is sort of the lung part of respiratory. Respiratory is just the use of oxygen, and pulmonary makes it the lung. And so we thought that a good project would be called the Pediatric Pulmonary Program, which now, massaged a little bit more, became intensive care because of the necessity for intensive care for pulmonary problems. And so I think that the way the grant was obtained was there was a pot of money, and Dr. Plateau saw a energetic, hungry pediatric surgeon who was just out of a residency program, well trained in physiology of newborns, put the two together and said, Walton, and why don't you write a grant for some money which is available through the regional medical program. So at that time, Dr. Shim Bentliff and I wrote this Pediatric Pulmonary Program grant, submitted it to the regional medical program, and got $250,000. Now, I liken that, when you say, boy, that was a lot of money at that time, and it must have been tough to get the grant, but I liken that to the story about Willie Sutton. When he was asked, Willie, why do you rob banks? His answer was, that's where the money is. And so when you write a grant, it helps to write it toward a pot of gold, so that the pot is looking for a grantee, and the grantee is looking for the grantor, and the two will merge. That became the synergy that gave rise to the Pediatric Pulmonary Program. And I think that's the secret to all grant writing, is you have to know where the money is. It's not been any good to write a grant for something that may be glorious in prospect, but nobody's interested in funding it.